Come in.
The check's arrived.
Oh. Thank you, Mary. Yep.
Morning, sir.
Oh, morning.
Big day then, sir. What with the presentation?
Yeah.
I also hear the DAC's coming down from area.
Yes, I believe. Nothing for us to worry about, though. He's come for a community policing update with Derek.
Right.
A cheque for £1,000 for the Jasmine Allen Youth Club. What a landmark, Philip.
Yes, sir.
Right, so yeah, you spread them along there, and then we can put the sandwiches in between.
No, he's pulled off a real coup here, hasn't he?
What, Brownlow?
Nah, Conway. All this is his little brainchild. Still, I'm sure Brownlow will be the one that nicks all the glory. Some sound system, that, eh?
Nah, you're joking. That's tiny, that is.
Morning, Dennis.
All right, be with you in just a sec. Speaker wires, blue and blue into there. Stick red one into that, yeah?
Sure. Yeah, just thought we'd drop in, see how you're doing.
Right. Of course, you know Neville, don't you?
Yeah, our paths have crossed.
Right, Neville, I'm Gary McCann.
So what can I do for you, gents?
No, it's just a social visit, really.
All right. Oh, I expect you know Dorothy, don't you?
No, I don't, actually.
Dorothy, here a minute. A couple of the local constabulary dropped in to have a look round.
Very pleased to meet you. Dorothy Herbert. I'm the chairperson of the Jasmine Allen Residence Committee.
George Garfield and Gary McCann.
Nice to meet you.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, great.
It's been a right headache.
Yeah?
No help, naffle funding, and everyone always giving us a load of hassle.
Oh, come on, Dennis. Not always.
No? Well, we'll see if it lasts, eh?
Morning.
Sir?
Thank you. Good morning, Derek.
Good morning, sir. Can I get you tea, coffee?
A coffee would be fine, Derek. Thank you. I see you've been busy.
Yes, indeed. I must confess I've been surprised how busy this CLO's job can be.
It's as busy as you make it, Derek. I'm sure some officers see it as a soft option, not real policing.
Yes. Well, it's certainly given me a different perspective, sir. And I'm also sensing that officers on my borough are getting a real kick out of this community spirit.
He died.
Does that sound all right to you over there? Sorry, just testing.
No, we better go through it. Come on. Dennis and Neville and these other kids, they'll learn. We stop judging people by what they wear or what they look like. We can all make this a better place. You'll be around for the grand presentation by your chief superintendent.
Yeah, well, that all depends on what crops up. But we'll be coming in and out as we're passing.
Never know. If you time it right, might even get your pictures in the local paper.
Oh, no, thanks. I think I'll leave the photo opportunity to the posers and go looking for him.
All the arrangements are in order, are they, Philip?
Garfield and McCann are looking in on the club. I presume Derek sourced everything out. Will you be driving yourself, or would you like me to organise a driver? Might add to the occasion, sir.
Fine, if you think so.
Probably safer. Wouldn't like anyone to walk off with your radio.
Not envisaging any sort of animosity, are you, Philip?
Not at all, sir. Just a precaution. And as you're going to be armed with a cheque for £1,000, I hardly think anyone will want to put their spoke in the wheel.
D.I. Weldon. Like to see your Chief Inspector Ops, please. Derek Conway, I understand.
Not anymore, sir. You want Chief Inspector Cato.
So what inspired you to suggest that the money went to the Jasmine Allen Youth Club?
Well, we've got £1,000 in the property fund we want to give to a deserving cause, and Dorothy Herbert suggested the youth club. Well, I'm particularly keen to get my foot in the door on the Jasmine Allen estate.
What are your expectations on that front?
Oh, I think we've got a very good chance. We're playing ball with Dorothy Herbert, and in return, we expect her to play ball with us.
You're going to have problems with those vans in the yard.
Well, get moved if you really want, but...
Excuse me, sir. This is Detective Inspector Weldon from the Central Drug Squad.
Oh, Charles Brownlow. Always a pleasure to welcome our colleagues from the yard.
Morning, sir.
I think you'll be interested to hear what he's got to say, sir.
You better come through. Oh, what brings you onto my division, Inspector?
As I was explaining to Chief Inspector Cato, sir, we're planning to carry out an operation this morning on the Jasmine Allen estate.
This morning's probably not the best of timing from our point of view. I dare say Chief Inspector Cato's put you in the picture.
Yes, sir.
What exactly did you have in mind?
Inspector Weldon's here to carry out a raid, sir.
I'm sorry. It's out of the question.
No, obviously, we'll keep it as low-key as possible, sir.
In an hour and a half's time, I'm due to make a presentation at the Jasmine Island Youth Club.
Yeah, I understand that, sir. We've got to act fast. I've got a team standing by, and TSG have got units available for backup.
I thought you said this was a low-key operation.
It's only backup, obviously. We'll be gone before you're due, sir.
That's hardly the point, is it, Inspector? What you don't seem to realise is this is one of the most sensitive estates on the Met.
I realise that, sir.
How do you think it's going to look if I go and make a presentation in the wake of one of your drugs raids?
I see your point, sir, but how's it going to look if we miss our opportunity? We've got to get straight in there.
I think you better take a seat.
You know, a couple of years back, before I joined the job, the name Jasmine Island Estate used to strike the fear of God into people.
Do you know what we used to call this place?
What?
The Forbidden Planet.
And what precise information do you have, Inspector, that makes you feel there's a problem at Bevan House?
We've had a tip-off. The word is there's a sizable distribution racket being run from a flat there.
Do you know anything about this, Philip?
News to me, sir.
You're sure your information's correct?
We arrested a coke dealer last night. All right, he's not exactly the biggest fish in the pond, but he's out to do himself a favour. So he's come good with his address, number 50, Bevan House.
We'll check it out with Ellison.
Yes, sir.
We've already checked. It's registered as a vacant flat.
So your whole premise for this operation is based on the word of an arrested drug dealer?
I interviewed him myself, sir. I believe he's telling the truth.
The basis of community policing, Inspector, is the ability to keep your ear to the ground. Now, we've heard absolutely nothing about this. Now, I suggest that you postpone this operation, set up an observation on the premises before committing yourself to some potentially damaging action.
Well, it's not an option, I'm afraid. The flat's on the 20th floor. No time to set it up, sir.
Well, then, may I suggest you check your intelligence sources and base your action on that?
With respect, sir, my informant knows he won't be doing himself any favours if he gives me the runaround.
Yes, you won't be doing us any favours if you go charging in there and it's all based on false information. Anyway, the final decision will rest with our CLO.
We're up against time here, sir. If word gets out that we've arrested this dealer, the whole operation could be blown. But the distributors will be on their toes before we can whistle.
Leave it with me, Inspector. I'll have a word with the CLO and let you know our decision.
Well, excuse me, sir, but I really must ask you to tell me now what's going on.
You pushed me for a decision, Inspector, and I'll tell you now. The answer's no.
But perhaps you should go and get a cup of tea.
Yes, sir.
Could have a point, sir. Could be our chance to bang home the message on the estate that we're still fighting the drugs war.
We need to stand together on this one, Philip. Give Derek our full backing.
I think certain officers in this division need to be dragged into the 90s. They don't see community policing as real policing at all. And others seem to see the whole concept as little more than a blanket PR exercise. Come in.
Oh, morning, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt your meeting. I just wondered if I could have a quick word with Derek.
Look, if this is something confidential, I'm quite happy to wander around the station.
Oh, that's all right, sir. There's no need for that. D.I. Weldon, Central Drug Squad. I believe you know him. He's here to carry out a drugs raid this morning. Jasmine Island Estate, Bevan House.
Well, his timing certainly leaves something to be desired.
Well, if Weldon's not careful, he could set the whole place off. I assume as CLO that you have the same viewpoint as us.
And what viewpoint is that, sir?
Well, in light of the presentation at the youth club this morning, and the fact that Weldon can't substantiate his information, the drugs raid should be postponed.
Yeah, but what happens if he's right, sir? I mean, surely we can't pass up the opportunity to stamp out drug dealing.
Let's not argue about this, Derek. I'm sure we've both got the best interests of this division at heart. And area, too, of course.
I sympathise with your predicament, of course, Charles. But it may not reflect too well on you if you're seen to try to throw a spanner in the works.
Surely, sir, if we're serious about community policing, this operation has to be ill-conceived and ill-timed.
Not according to what I hear.
I'm sorry, sir.
I've heard recent report of the drug squad's interest in Sun Hill.
With respect, sir, it might have been helpful if you'd have passed that information on to me.
Oh, just a snippet, Charles. Nothing definite. Part of Operation Bayonet. The drug squad has an interest in several divisions throughout the Met, including yours.
My understanding was that this was a one-off raid.
Well, I wouldn't know. Not our place to know.
Does it really matter anyway, sir? The fact is they think we have a drugs problem here. Surely we can't just bury our heads in the sand.
I'm not suggesting we do. I'm suggesting that we ask for some cooperation from them before we get trodden underfoot. I sincerely believe, sir, that this operation should be put back.
Deny them permission to operate in your division, you mean?
If necessary, yes, sir.
I wonder if we might have a little talk, Charles.
Good to see a friendly face, Harry. How's tricks?
I survived. Just.
Don't miss being on the squad, then?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Jerry, the squad sucks.
Water under the bridge, Harry?
Yeah, dirty water. Anyway, how are things with you?
Winning and losing. I think I'm losing at the moment, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've had a right good squeal from a prisoner. Giving us an address on the Jasmine Allen estate. Only problem is your chief super's got a PR stunt down there this morning. The CLO wants to put a block on us.
You surprise me. I can just imagine your lot tiptoeing across that estate.
Yeah. We're all coppers, Harry. All got our jobs to do. I admit, I might not be as genteel as some of our new age colleagues, but why should some snotty-nosed CLO want to keep me hanging around here like a spare part of a wedding?
Well, hasn't anyone told you?
Told me what?
That snotty-nosed CLO. It's Derek Conway.
I think perhaps Derek was being a little reticent, sir. After all the inroads he'd made on the Jasmine Allen estate,
Hi, I've come to pick up some football posters. From Derek Conway. We're doing a charity bash. You know, gonna raise a lot of dosh.
Oh, good. Well, perhaps you'd like to step this way and somebody will attend.
Right, sir. If you'd just like to take a seat, I'll be with you now.
I'm sorry about that, sir.
Very gratifying, Charles. Nice to see some genuine rapport around here, not just superficial claptrap.
Yes, sir. Do take a seat, sir.
I think you'd be well advised, Charles, to consider very carefully the implications before you make your decision.
Implications, sir?
Friction, Charles. Potentially damaging friction between this area and the yard.
My prime duty, sir, is to my own officers and the community that I serve.
Yes, well, naturally. But why not put yourself in a drug squad commander's shoes for a moment? Wherever we go in the job, Charles, we have to rely on goodwill and cooperation.
Yeah, the place is looking good.
Is that all you come down here for? What, you want to check me cigarette?
Take it easy, Neville. Today's supposed to be all about sweetness and light, remember?
In case you ain't noticed, I ain't sweet and I ain't light.
Hey, easy, what's the problem?
The problem is, the big friendly copper comes down here with his big fat checkbook and everyone on the estate's supposed to come crawling out of the woodwork and smile.
I thought you needed the money.
Remember, we started this club with nothing, right?
You can't buy your way into here. This is our club. Used to, you just appear for upstarts.
Bo, go on! So what do you want to do? Cut off your nose to spite your face?
Everybody in the mood?
Excuse me, sir, can you tell me what's going on here?
As far as I'm aware, the chief super's had a word with the CLO.
And?
The CLO will sort it with you, all right?
A couple of minutes ago, I see your DAC come out of here. So what's happening? Is this delaying tactics or what? We'll have the commissioner himself down here next.
What's up? Getting edgy because you haven't done your homework properly. Think you might get your wrist slapped.
You what?
Take my advice, Inspector. Go and take your frustrations out somewhere else. All right.
Philip, what's going on?
Nothing, sir. Just the eye welding getting a bit impatient.
The DAC's expressed certain reservations about our postponing the operation.
Oh, really, sir? I thought he'd have backed you all the way.
Oh, I don't think there's any question about that. I think he feels that perhaps we shouldn't interfere with the operations of central departments. All to do with area yard cooperation.
But you won't be bowing to pressure, sir. I mean, we'll still be supporting Derek's laid-back approach on this one, won't we?
Well, put it like this, Philip. I will be taking full account of Derek's recommendations.
United we stand, sir.
How well do you get on with Dorothy Herbert?
Pretty well, I think, sir, considering.
Considering the difficult relationship we've had with the estate over the years?
Yes, sir. Got to do an awful lot of hard work and bury a lot of hatchets to win the position of trust we're in today.
Would you say that Dorothy Herbert trusts you, Derek?
I think so, sir, yes. We're certainly developing a partnership approach.
And what would you say that trust was built on?
Honesty, openness, goodwill, understanding.
So how do you think she'd react if she discovered that you were trying to cover something up?
Well, naturally, I don't suppose she'd be best pleased. But then neither would I if I found she'd been anything less than open with me.
Something worries me deeply about community policing, Derek.
Yes, sir?
Some of the officers seem to have missed the crux of the matter entirely. Instead of tackling problems head-on, but with the consent and cooperation of the community, they are merely trying to sweep things under the carpet for fear of causing offence. Now, that is not good community policing.
No, sir. I'd be very naive to think it was.
Is Derek coming or not, sir? Well, it was my intention of doing some work this morning.
Yes, well, I suppose there's no point both of us hanging about.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, sir. See you again soon.
Good morning, sir. I've been looking for you.
Good.
Go upstairs. Been waiting for you up there for half an hour.
Yeah, well, I have been a bit busy, you know.
Thought you were avoiding me. Using delaying tactics to keep me off your ground this morning.
Why should I want to do that?
This visit to the estate? Don't want us cramping your style, do you?
Well, for your information, I shan't even be at the presentation on the estate.
All right. So you're a bit iffy about upsetting your governor? Or is it the natives?
Look, in case nobody's told you, I'm the CLO of 3 divisions, and my governor has just driven out the yard.
Beg your pardon, sir.
Yeah. Still the same sensitive DI I met on the carousel course at Bramshill, then?
Not as impetuous as I used to be.
Funny. I'd heard that your proposed raid was based on the information from a dodgy informant.
All right, so I might be chancing my arm a bit, but if I get a result here...
You get a couple of brownie points.
And you get some FD drug dealers lifted off your estate, that's got to be worth a bit of publicity to you. So, what's the chance of giving me the go-ahead?
Look, it's not entirely up to me. I'm going to have to discuss it with Mr. Brownlow and Mr. Cato.
Cato won't even talk to me. I've got my team standing by, I've got TSG back up on the doorstep. And for the sake of upsetting a coffee morning, he wants me to postpone? I mean, get real.
Look, your problems with Mr. Cato are none of my concern. You sort it out with him. And as for moving the old man upstairs, it's like moving a neurotic dinosaur or something.
OK. And Chief Superintendent Brownlow said he'll back whatever you say. Now, if that's not a brief to say yay or nay, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Marion?
Yes, sir?
Could you put out a call for Mr. Conway? It's all right, Marion, forget it.
Sorry, sir, I got a bit held up.
Pow-wowing with the DAC?
Just a few parting words about our predicament, sir.
What impression did you get?
Well, I think he's of the opinion that it's up to you.
What do you think?
Well, obviously, I don't relish the idea of D.I. Weldon and his men riding roughshod over the Jasmine Allen estate, but...
What concerns me is D.I. Weldon's source.
Is that spelled S-A-U or S-O-U?
Frankly, both. I don't think he's got grounds for this operation at all. Just another example of the yard trying to steamroller us.
Well, obviously, it would be a lot easier if you told him just to forget it. But if you can prove that his information's 100% kosher.
I hardly think he's able to do that.
No, I don't suppose he can. Well, if that's all, sir. Oh, by the way, the DAC says good luck with the event this morning.
Oh, thank you. Look, Derek. You don't think we're being a bit hasty about all this, do you?
I thought it's what you wanted, sir.
Well, I wonder whether Philip and I might have been a bit blinkered in our eagerness to back you up.
I just thought I was doing what both you and Philip wanted.
Well, between you and me, I find Philip's acquiescence in all this quite against what I'm used to expect from him. Not his usual gung-ho attitude at all.
Perhaps he's mellowing.
I doubt it. I think apart from trying to keep on the right side of me, he wants to make a point.
Come in.
Oh, Philip. Just to say that Derek's explained the situation to Inspector Weldon.
Glad to hear it, sir. Don't take it too hard, Inspector. I'm sure Derek Conway's commitment to modern policing is as vital as yours and mine is to the business of nicking villains.
Yes, sir.
Derek's agreed to the operation going ahead.
He's agreed. But I thought we decided it was too risky at the moment. Too much upset in the estate.
Well, apparently Derek has other ideas.
Under the circumstances, I thought it only fair to give you due warning.
Well, I must say, this has come as a big shock to me. I thought all this was supposed to mean something.
Dorothy, look, please, if you just listen to me.
Please, don't try and soft-soap me with all this Dorothy business. I am the chairperson of this residence committee, yet you totally disregard my feelings in all this.
Well, if you just let me explain.
Oh, please, explain.
Right. Look, if there are major drug dealers operating on this estate, then it's in everybody's interest, and remember all the youngsters round here. It is in all our interests to capture and arrest these criminals before they get a foothold and spread hard drugs throughout this neighbourhood.
I have been on committees here for years and years, and I don't see any drug dealers. All I see are a few people having a puff of ganja. I don't agree with it, but where are your drug dealers?
Well, I think that's a question we're very soon going to have answered.
Good. Well, you answer it, Chief Inspector, or I think you know what to expect.
What's going on? Well, don't ask me. I'm just an upstart.
DI Weldon, we're in position. Okay, go, go, go.
Open up, police!
Right for that one.
Nothing, sir.
All right, everybody. We've sold a pup. Let's go.
Dennis Granger?
That's me.
With the compliments of Sun Hill Police.